science has been driven to examine more closely the mysteries of ancient Egypt. The archaeologists have observed that as the discoveries increase, so does our level of confusion. Several structures and artifacts have already been discovered, but some of these have particularly amazed and alarmed scientists. Welcome to Ancient History, the channel where you can learn all about the ancient history and much, much more. In today's video, we'll see the 10 most incredible recent ancient Egyptian finds that scare scientists. Without any further ado, let's get into it. Number 1. The Sekhmet Statues. The Sekhmet statues are representations of the Egyptian goddess Sekhmet and date back to the New Kingdom of Egypt in the 18th and later dynasties. A black granite statue of the goddess Sekhmet that was discovered in Thebes' Ramesseum between 1405 and 1367 BCE, or the late 18th dynasty, was on display at the University of Pennsylvania Museum. Sekhmet statues can be found in Egypt, Thebes, Karnak, and other regions of Africa. Due to kings relocating them from their original location, they can be found all around Egypt. Sekhmet statues educate us about the Sekhmet goddess, Egyptian art, monarchs, religion, and culture. The name Sekhmet means "who is powerful." By praying and making offerings to the goddess Sekhmet statue, the follower must appease her. Number 2. Khufu's Secret Room. The Great Pyramid of Giza was constructed by the ancient Egyptian pharaoh Khufu, who also had a secret room within the structure. Over the years, the pyramid has undergone intense study and exploration, but there has never been concrete proof that it contains any secret rooms or underground chambers. There have been some recent attempts to use non-invasive methods to look for hidden chambers within the pyramid, such as thermal scanning and cosmic ray imaging, but so far those efforts have not produced any conclusive results. It's important to note that there are several myths and traditions about the pyramids and how they were built, some of which may even mention hidden treasures or secret chambers. Nevertheless, these claims are not backed up by any reliable evidence. Number 3. The Serapeum of Saqqara. The sacred bulls of the Apis cult at Memphis were interred at the Serapeum at Saqqara in ancient Egypt. The bulls were thought to represent manifestations of the god Ptah, who would become immortal after death as Osiris Apis, whose name was changed to Usahapi in Coptic and Serapis in Hellenistic times. At least 60 APIs are known to have been buried at the Serapeum over a period of roughly 1400 years, from the New Kingdom of Egypt to the Ptolemaic era. The early burials were discovered in solitary tombs, and as the cult grew in popularity, underground corridors were excavated, connecting later burial chambers. The dedication of commemorative stone tablets bearing dates pertaining to the life and passing of the Apis was one of the cult's ritualistic acts. For the creation of an Egyptian chronology in the 19th century, this information was crucial. Number 4. Meteorite Jewelry. The proof comes from strands of iron beads that were discovered in 1911 at the Gezer Cemetery, which is located approximately 44 miles south of Cairo. The necklace bead studied, which dates from 3350 to 3600 BC, thousands of years before Egypt's Iron Age, was initially thought to come from a meteorite because of its composition of nickel-rich iron. Yet, in the 1980s, academics argued that much of the early international evidence of iron use that was previously believed to be of a meteorite origin was actually the result of early smelting operations, which called into question this theory. Number 5. The pyramid's mathematical accuracy. Pi, a mathematical constant, may have been incorporated into the design of the Great Pyramid of Giza, claims the mathematics department at Hans Raj College. Specialists were puzzled by the accuracy because such a value was not yet known at the time. Altogether, it appears that the ancient Egyptians might have used the Pythagorean triangle and royal cubit based on the size of the enormous edifice. Are you finding these interesting so far? Well, if you are, then don't forget to dig up that subscribe button and join us on a journey of discovery and mystery. Keep watching to be even more amazed. Number 6. The Saqqara Bird. The Saqqara bird is an artifact in the shape of a bird made of sycamore wood that was found at Saqqara, Egypt during the 1898 excavation of the Pardee tomb. It is now kept in the Egyptian Museum in Cairo and is dated back to around 200 BCE. The Saqqara bird weighs 39.12 grams and has a wingspan of 180 millimeters. Because there isn't enough historical documentation, its function cannot be understood. The falcon, the bird on which the Saqqara bird is based, is the most typical form used to depict several of the most significant gods in Egyptian mythology, most notably the falcon deity Horus and the sun deity Ra-Horakhti. This suggests that the Saqqara bird may be a ceremonial artifact. Number 7. The hidden room in the Great Pyramid of Giza. The Great Pyramid of Giza's secret room was discovered by scientists using cosmic ray imaging, according to the Smithsonian Magazine. The area is located directly over the building's front door. Even though there are still so many unresolved questions about the corridor's function, the discoveries may catalyze more investigation into these types of mystery chambers. Number 8. The Silver Pharaoh. Susen's I, an ancient Egyptian pharaoh who ruled from roughly 1047 BCE to 1001 BCE during the 21st dynasty, was known as the Silver Pharaoh. The opulent silver casket that his mummified bones were found in the royal tombs of Tani in 1939 by the French archaeologist Pierre Monet earned him the moniker. One of the most elaborate and stunning examples of the ancient Egyptian funerary art is the silver casket of Susen's I. The elaborately decorated casket is constructed of silver and gold and features inscriptions and images that show the pharaoh and other gods and goddesses. Number 9. The Dendera Light. A design element in the Hathor Temple and Dendera in Egypt is the Dendera Light. The inscription that surrounds the pieces reveals that it depicts the Egyptian creation myth. The temple has multiple reliefs that show Harsomtus, who is commonly represented as a serpent emerging from a lotus blossom that is linked to the bow of a barge. This image is also evident in the so-called Dendera Light, which also depicts Harsomtus in an oval container with the symbol HN, which may be the womb of Nut. The snake or the container may occasionally be supported by the Djed pillar. And at number 10, the Tomb of Tutankhamun. Tutankhamun, a pharaoh of the 18th dynasty of ancient Egypt, was buried in the Tomb of Tutankhamun, commonly referred to by its tomb number KV62. This is in the Valley of the Kings. The tomb has a staircase, a corridor, and 4 chambers. It probably began as a tomb for a non-royal person and was modified for Tutankhamun's use after his untimely death because it's smaller and less ornate than other Egyptian royal tombs of the time. Like other pharaohs, Tutankhamun was interred with a variety of funerary relics and personal items, including coffins, furniture, clothing, and jewelry. However, due to the exceptionally small grave, these items had to be tightly packed. Tutankhamun's mummy and the majority of the burial artifacts were unharmed despite 2 burglaries that took place in the years right after his burial. The tomb was built into the valley floor at a low angle, where debris from the tomb building and water covered the entrance. As a result, it was spared from looting during the 3rd intermediate period, unlike other tombs in the valley. And with that, we come to the end of this video. Did these findings scare you guys? Tell us about your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember to like, subscribe to Ancient History, and enable that bell icon for more interesting content if you enjoyed this video. Check out some other videos on our channel, and we'll be right back with another amazing video very soon.